Hey folks, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO, and I want to ask you a question. Is this generation worse than the last generation or the generation before it? See, a lot of times I hear people say they need to get outside more. They need to get off the video games. They need to stop watching YouTube. And as I really started going backwards in this and trying to analyze and think this through, I started saying, when did things change? When was it that kids came out of the streets? When was it that kids came off of the farm? Now, all through the 1800s, even the 1700s, we know that there were schools, but there was no mandatory school. It wasn't until 1852 in the state of Massachusetts where school became mandatory for children. 1914 was when the last state, which was Mississippi, made it mandatory. And during that time period, we saw children, teens, college, we saw a lot of things shift. Each state was a little bit different, but eventually every school system had kids in sports. They had them doing all this other stuff outside of what we would have called normal the generation before. All of a sudden, kids are doing the Pee-wee baseball or soccer and all of that. They have Pop Warner, but yet most kids would never go on to college. Most kids had to go out and get a job. Most kids weren't going to get scholarships. And as we progressed into the 50s, the 60s, all of a sudden that generation, because they were listening to rock and roll, because they were surfers, because they were skateboarders, because they were riding bikes and jumping over ramps, well, you can't hang out with those kids. Those are the loser kids. Interesting, isn't it? And yet when you fast forward, there are skateboarders today that make $1 million a year. There's surfers that make millions. There are skateboarders that make millions. There's kids that ski that make millions, but most of us will never see that. All of a sudden, why are you guys sitting in front of the TV? Well, because it goes off at 10 o'clock and we can't watch it then. Why are you sitting around the radio? Every generation had something that continued to pull the kids away from the activities that they'd had the generation before. Fast forward to our current generation. My generation, and I'm borderline baby boomer, Gen Xer, right there, we had computers come out. First video games. We couldn't make any money playing video games. Those people that were smart enough to have gone to school to learn how to code them could make money selling the video games. I was in Votech in school and I started learning how to code. I thought, man, I could become a coder. Found out I didn't like it, but I'm pretty good at it. It's like I'm not going to make a career out of that. Fast forward to my oldest kids, and my boys could play video games. They could code websites. They could do all of this stuff. They still played outside. They still had their bikes. But they weren't making money playing all those video games. They made a little bit of money doing websites, a little bit of money doing other stuff. But fast forward to my next set of kids. Today, when I look at my 18-year-old and my younger 20-year-olds, and I look at all of my kids in their teens, I got two 13-year-olds, a 12-year-old. When I look at them, they can all make money playing video games. Some of them are now doing videos on YouTube. There are kids on YouTube, there are adults on YouTube that make millions of dollars. Today, if you're a video gamer, you can get a scholarship to a university. You can play in the Olympics. Now, sometimes I get frustrated and say, girls, go play. One of them's got a go-kart. We're trying to figure out what the other one's going to want. You guys know one of them was a national gymnast. Now she will be on YouTube dancing, learning dance moves, putting just as much energy as when she was in gymnastics. What I want you to think about is the current generation as we see it, just because they play video games, just because they're on their smartphones, doesn't mean that they're any worse than what we were. Every generation builds upon that last generation. Absolutely, there's more of us today that don't work outside. There's more white-collar jobs than blue-collar jobs. But I challenge you not to look at this generation as if it's worthless. Look at this generation that it's unique and it's different. My 18-year-old, he can play video games. They're thinking about creating a game, and yet he actually does landscape lighting, works outside, works with his hands, helps to design things. This was all his choice. So let's think this through before we just count out the next generation. Live life like it's an epic adventure. This is Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO, and I'll see you the next time.